What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another High Prairie Kitchen. So today I am sharing with you a duck recipe that I kind of just concocted myself. I was just messing around a couple of years ago and threw some stuff together and it turned out really delicious. So I'm finally making a video over it. Nothing really precise. It's kind of just, you know, you got to eyeball it, a pinch of this, dash of that kind of deal. But it's really good, and you can put whatever kind of duck you want in it and it'll turn out really good regardless. So let's get to it. Okay, so the first thing we need is a red sweet onion, and obviously this crock pot recipe, as you can see. So all we're going to do is we're going to take parts of this onion, just break them off. It don't have to be anything special, and we're just going to layer that on the bottom. Alright, there we go. So that's pretty good. Try to get as even coverage as you can. It's not the biggest deal if you can't, but that'll work for us. Now what we're going to do is we're going to add some of this. This is called Cowboy candy. It is candied jalapenos slices. It's really good. But if you don't have Cowboy candy, you can use jalapeno jelly, or you can just use like a grape jelly or strawberry jelly in place. I like this though because it's sweet and it gives a little bit of heat from the jalapenos, but not too much. But jalapeno jelly would work just as well, or like I said, strawberry or grape jelly too. What we're gonna do is take a spoon and we're just gonna layer this over the onions. So that's what it looks like now. It's just the candied jalapenos, Cowboy candy, and the onions. Now we're gonna add the duck breast, and like I said, I'm just using Mallard, and you just want to try to put as many as you can, just as one layer. So about 6 to 8 breasts is what I typically use, depending on the size of the duck, and you just layer them on top of that. Alright, there we are. So there's the duck. So we're just kind of making layers. That's what we're doing right now. And now this is kind of the real unscientific portion. Now we're going to add Italian dressing. And what we want to do is just to get to the bottom of the duck. We don't want to like cover the whole duck with it, but just enough to kind of get it around. And it should be able to soak in there. And you just kind of want to go around. Shake that, make sure it's getting in there. But that's going to give you your liquid to cook with, essentially. And then all we're going to do now is we're going to add some garlic powder. And I like garlic powder, so we're going to just a little dab. I don't know, it's probably about a tablespoon or a tablespoon and a half. We're going to add some soy sauce, just a little bit. There we go. Some Worcestershire sauce, just a little bit again. Not gonna go too crazy. And then just a little bit of water. Not too much, just a little bit. And that's what we want it to look like at the end. Now you could add some pepper in here, you could add, I mean, you can really make it your own. This is what I've always done, and it turns out really great. So all we gotta do now is put her on the crock pot and let it cook. So just like that, put the lid on her. And now in about, I usually let it cook between 12 to 14 hours. If you're using smaller duck breasts, you can get away with 8 to 10. But for mallards, bigger ducks, 12 to 14, and you can test it. You just take a fork and it should just pull apart, and that's how you know it's done. So we're just gonna plug her in and we'll have a nice duck dinner here in a few hours. Okay, so it's been about, I don't know, probably 11, 12 hours, something like that, since this has been in the crock pot. And you can just look at that. Been marinating in those juices, the onion and the Cowboy candy. You grab this, there's the duck, get a little bit of the jalapeno on there, and we're gonna sample that. Just a sec, I'm gonna grab a couple more of these because they look really good. That's my dinner for tonight. Hoo-hoo, look at that. Alright, now for the most important part of any good cooking video, the taste test. Now the first thing you want to see is if this duck just pulls apart. like that. See, it just peels right apart just like that. That's how you know it's done. And you can check that in the crock pot, but I figured 12 hours, 11 hours, whatever it is, it should be done. But look at that. So you get a little bit of the onion flavor, you get a little kick from the Cowboy candy, or jalapeno jelly, whichever one you use, and you get a little sweetness from the Cowboy candy as well. If you don't like the kick, or if you don't have jalapeno jelly or Cowboy candy, which are just candied jalapenos, you can also use like grape jelly and some red pepper flakes or something. You can kind of make it your own. And again, I know this isn't really exact measurements, but it's a really tasty recipe. And you know, I used 4 ducks in this. It's good for, you know, a dinner with family or cooking for some buddies. It's really good, and you can use whatever duck you want to in it. But that is all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to leave me a thumbs up. Always helps me out. Drop a comment. Let me know what your thoughts were. If you guys have any recommendations on stuff you want to see, you know, I have my own garden. I do a lot of that stuff, and I make stuff from the garden. So if you want any recipes kind of like that, let me know down below too. And also be sure to watch out for some more hunting and fishing videos. And we will catch you out there, guys. See ya.